Hey, what's going on, folks? How's it going? How are you? How's everyone doing? It's Monday, and you have a case of the Mondays, and you have them, fortunately, with me, Lyle. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, before we get started, really quick, I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend. That's one thing I did actually remember to mention on last week's podcast. I almost said I forgot to, but I actually remembered to mention that. So that's awesome, huh? Hey, but man, I hope everyone had a great Easter weekend. Really quick, if you're a fan of the Brewers or a fan of the Pirates, you had an awesome Sunday with a bench clearing brawl for no apparent reason. Apparently, a pitcher wanted to make a couple comments to someone about a triple that the batter thought was a home run, and yeah. So anyway, that was awesome. If you're a big baseball fan like me, and you see a headline stating "bench clearing brawl in a game," yeah, that's pretty exciting. Um, good weather. Depending on where you are here in Texas, it started to get a little humid towards the end of the day on Sunday. But other than that, it was a wonderful, glorious Easter with the girls, enjoying each other's presence and enjoying the fact, if you are a religious person, excuse me, just enjoying the fact that, as they say in Christianity, he has risen, and that's awesome. Um, Saturday was actually just as wonderful as well. I actually got to go and see the Rains County boys perform, finally. I've been invited so many times, and I've always never gotten to go, and so I got to go, and I gotta say, they are one of the greatest small time type bands that I've ever seen. They're really good. They're really cool, really great group of guys. Um, Colton and all them are awesome. One guy I did get to meet because they got done performing and stuff, and I got to meet the lead guitarist. I believe his name is Jimmy Wayne or Billy Wayne. Billy Wayne, I believe, is what he's gonna hate me for messing that up. But if he ever I know he's probably listening. If he ever gets tired of music, go to comedy, because he had me laughing so hard. Oh man, my stomach was hurting with the jokes he was telling. I can't really say any of the jokes on here because I try to keep the show family oriented. But he was quite the comedian. Thanks again though, guys, for letting me hang out with you guys and showing me a good time, I guess, in East Texas is what they consider Emory or Tawakoni, whatever area that is. But good luck with you guys. Good luck with your band and wherever it does decide to go, and whoever decides for it to go the way that it should go. Good luck with you guys. Good luck with everything. Hope for the best for you guys. So let's get started, huh? Yeah, let's get started. Wait a minute, Lyle, it's my birthday. What about me? Well, happy birthday to you. Hopefully your birthday is wonderful today. If not, maybe it's not today. Maybe you have a birthday this week. Well, happy birthday this week. Awesome. Congratulations. Happy birthday. May it be as wonderful and as joyous as any birthday in the past. And here's to many more to come. Really big good luck to anybody with any type of job interview, doctor appointment, I don't know, meeting somebody important, maybe? Doing something important? Good luck with that. Hopefully it goes the way you really wish it would go, want it to go, and, yeah, best of luck and best of wishes to you. Anyone who had something good go for them this past week, awesome, congratulations, good job. Go high five a tree or a plant or something. Go high five something. Who cares? Go high five your car or something. Who cares what you high five? As long as you high five it and you mean it, because you're excited and you're awesome and you need to celebrate by celebrating some way. I mean, what better way than to, I'd say fist pump, but you really don't want to fist pump someone in the face or something. That's same with high fiving someone. You don't want to high five someone in the face. It's kind of bad. But still, congratulations if you had something good happen. Maybe this past week something bad happened to you. Lost a loved one or just, I don't, you don't know. It's not her, it's you. It's not your dog, it's you. Or it's you, it's not your dog, or whatever the excuse may be. Better things are yet to come, and yada yada yada. Anyway, you're breathing, you're living, you're still doing good, so rejoice in that and be happy. And hey, you still got a case of the Mondays, and you're still listening, so yeah, case of the Mondays is still on with me. So I mean, he left you, but hey, who cares? She left you, hey, who cares? You still got the case on the Mondays. And guess what? With this week's case on the Mondays, for all of you, since it's post-Easter, I'm pretty sure you all got peeps laying around, right? Those annoying little marshmallow yellow or blue or pink or whatever colors they are. So before you eat them, sit there and look at them, because I got 16 delicious facts about peeps. You ready for this? 1. It used to take 27 hours to make a peep. That was in 1953 when Sam Bourne acquired Rhoda Candy Company and its line of marshmallow chicks. Back then, each chick was handmade with a pastry tube. Just Bourne quickly set about automating the process so that it now takes just 6 minutes to make a peep. Number 2, an average of 5.5 million peeps are made every day. That doesn't... Now, how many are taking one bite out of and then kids say, oh, that's not as good as I thought it was? What do you mean it's not lemon? It's yellow. Why isn't it lemon? Well, sorry, Number 3, yellow chicks are actually the original peep and still the favorite. Yellow bunnies are the second most popular color shape combination. Pink is the second best-selling color. Number 4, the recipe has stayed the same, pretty much the same. Number 5, the equipment has also stayed the same until now. Since Just Born turned peeps making into an automated process, their chicks have been carefully formed by a top-secret machine known as the depositor. Created by Sam Bourne's son, Bob, the depositor could manufacture 6 rows of 5 peeps a piece at a fraction of the time it took workers to form them by hand. And that same machine that Bob built has been keeping the peeps flowing ever since. Until now, the company recently announced plans to renovate its manufacturing plants, including the depositor. It's a little sad, Vice President of Corporate Affairs Matthew Pye told Candy Industry Magazine in February. Bob Bourne made it from scratch in 1954, and it allowed us to distribute and grow the brand nationally. Number 6, the new equipment could mean new peep innovations. How about that? Number 7, peeps used to have wings. They were clipped in 1955, 2 years after the first marshmallow chicks hatched, to give the candy a sleeker, more, quote, modern look. Number 8, here's something I didn't know. The eyes are the final touch. I always thought these things were chocolate, because they look brown and chocolate. The final flourish for all of these squishy balls of sweetness is adding the eyes, which are made of carnauba, a non-toxic edible wax that is also found in some shoe polishes and car waxes, plus many other candies. Number 9, peeps may be destructible, but their eyes are not. In 1999, a pair of scientists at Emory University, dubbed Peeps investigators, decided to test the theory that peeps are an indestructible food. In addition to a microwave, the pair tested the candy's vulnerability to tap water, boiling water, acetone, and sulfuric acid. They survived them all. When they upped the ante with some phenol, the only thing that didn't disappear were the eyes. Number 10. They really are everyone's favorite non-chocolate Easter candy. Number 11. There are sugar-free peeps. Sugar-free peeps. These were introduced, I believe it said back in 2010 or 2007. So, there you go. Number 12. There are also chocolate-covered peeps. These I've seen in a few stores, Walmart in general, around the Easter time. Number 13, and now there are cake flavored peeps too. Yeah, not a big fan either. Number 14, Peeps lip balm is a thing. Number 15, on New Year's Eve, Bethlehem drops a giant peep. How about that? And number 16, believe it or not, Peeps are not just Born's best-selling brand. Yeah, that honor belongs to, oh my goodness, Mike and Ike. I gotta say, I am the biggest fan of Mike and Ike candies. Skittles are stupid. Mike and Ike's are like the bomb. Seriously. You take your Skittles and you just get the heck out of here, okay? You just, no. Mike and Ike's are the bomb. That's all there is to it. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Peeps though, but I will tear up a box of Mike and Ike, so they're the greatest. The original, not all these other special side flavors that they were doing. But anyway, so I saw the picture of this. You can YouTube this picture. You can look it up, or not. I'm sorry. Google this picture. Look it up. This is This is pretty cool. When I seen it, I thought maybe a worker did it, but apparently it was actually a real thing. A lost child found inside a claw machine. A mother in Lincoln, Nebraska called police on Monday evening, frantic with worry when she could not find her 3-year-old son in their home. Meanwhile, across the street, patrons at a bowling alley were surprised to see a little boy among the plush toys inside a claw machine. Management called the vendor, who came and unlocked the claw machine. Someone from the bowling alley notified the policemen, who were outside searching for the missing boy, and the child was reunited with his mother. He even went home with a stuffed animal from the machine. So, who comes up on that machine? Like a girl who is just telling her boyfriend, okay, stop, erase that. So, put yourself in a guy's, so you're a guy, and you're walking through a bowling alley on a first date, or, with just your girlfriend or fiance, wife, whatever, and she's complaining to you that she wants kids, and you're like, you know what, I'll get you a kid when they put one in the claw machine, and you look over and there's a kid in the claw machine. There's some mighty tasty words, and you better have a lot of single-dollar bills to win that kid, man. Cause yeah, oh man, that would suck. So, anyone going to the Alamo? Here's one thing to keep in mind: remember not to pee on the Alamo. A Texas man received a sentence. You gotta be stupid to even consider this. I mean, that's like going to Washington and just whipping it out right there in between the black fence in front of the White House and just pissing on the lawn right there. Peeing on the White House lawn. I mean, that is, wow. So anyway, a Texas man received a sentence of 18 months for urinating on the Alamo. Daniel Athens of El Paso was charged with criminal mischief after an Alamo ranger observed him zipping up and then found a wet spot on the original mortar. The incident occurred in a restricted area of the shrine. The police report noted that urine can damage the Alamo's limestone. The 23-year-old is not eligible for parole and must also pay $4,000 in restitution. Why would you pee on something such historical? Oh my gosh. He shouldn't just be serving 18 months and a $4,000 fine. Give that man, seriously. There are people going to just getting slaps on the wrist for worse crimes. That's, wow, unbelievable. So here's one thing I've always wondered about. The Girl Scouts standing out in front of your store and selling Girl Scout cookies. Or maybe you remember the story about the girl selling Girl Scout cookies out in front of the pot store in San Francisco. So, where does all that money go? Like, she's banking, man. In front of the pot store, she's making some money. So the question is, where does all that money go? Well, the Girl Scout cookie program is an $800 million business. So where does all the money go? First, let's establish 3 levels of Girl Scout organizational hierarchy. There are individual troops, regional councils, and then the national organization, Girl Scouts of the USA. The Girl Scouts official website explains that the troop gets 10 to 20% of the revenue, which goes towards programming, scholarships, or for local community service projects, while the regional council ends up with the bulk of the proceeds at 65 to 75%. More detailed breakdowns differ troop to troop, but a 2010 article based on $3.50 box price says that additionally 85 cents of each box goes to the baker to cover production costs, while 1 penny per box goes to the neighborhood, quote, service unit. None of the money made from the actually selling cookies goes to the national organization. However, as it owns the rights to the Girl Scouts trademarked logo, the national organization is paid royalties by the baker as well as any other companies that make use of the cookies, like ice cream makers. Yeah, there you go. So, I got here, we got 15 minutes left, so let's go with 7 crazy things that happen while you sleep. Yeah, right? There's some pretty interesting ones here. Number 1, feeling like you're falling, also known as hypnagogic jerk. It tends to happen as you're falling asleep. Typically, when you dream, your body is paralyzed, but sometimes you can start dreaming before your body is on, quote, off mode. With hypnagogic jerks, you might act out a dream like falling off a cliff, falling from the sky, or tripping. Excuse me. So why the falling? Researchers aren't sure. It's more likely to happen when you're overtired, sleep deprived, or stressed. And your brain enters into sleep cycles more aggressively, but your body hasn't caught up. Number 2, sleep paralysis. You start to wake up in the morning and realize you can't move a muscle or speak. It can last from several seconds to several minutes, and it's completely terrifying. I actually have not had this yet, thank God. Really hope I don't. Essentially, it's the opposite of what happens with hypnagogic jerks. When your brain wakes up before your paralysis that accompanies deep sleep goes away, you may feel like you can't breathe. Many people describe it as an elephant sitting on their chest. That's because all of the muscles that control your breathing, except for your diaphragm, are still paralyzed. Number 3, sleepwalking. Most sleep-related behaviors are harmless, but sleepwalking can be a dangerous issue since you can trip, walk into something, leave your house, and even get behind the wheel. With sleepwalking, you're coming out of sleep just enough for your body to move, but not enough for your brain to be awake. That's why you probably have no recollection of your late-night jaunts. The prescription sleep aid Ambien has been linked to some of the more bizarre sleepwalking incidents, including cooking, binge eating, and driving while zonked out. That's because even if you wake up if you wake up during the night, the drug keeps your brain sedated, so you're still in an unconscious state. If you experience unusual or dangerous nighttime antics and pop the sleeping pill, talk to your doctor about switching prescriptions. Number 4, sleep talking. About 5% of adults yap in their sleep. I have heard it before, and I've heard I do it too. According to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, most pillow talk sessions last only about 30 seconds on average. It often happens within the first hour or 2 of sleep when your body is entering into deep stages of sleep. But there's still enough muscle tone to produce sounds or movements that may accompany dreams. Number 5, reoccurring dreams. Dreaming is a way for your brain to sort out things it needs to reevaluate and process before it can file them away as memories. Reoccurring dreams may happen with unresolved psychological issues your brain is trying to sort out. Oftentimes, recurring dreams are based partly in reality. If you were robbed at the grocery store, You might replay that over and over during sleep until you come to grips with it. Whereas if you went to the store to get bread and milk, your brain would process it right away and move on. Number 6, this one really caught me off guard. Sleep sex. You're not the only one who has woken up mid-act. In a study of more than 800 patients at a sleep disorders center, about 8% of patients reported incidents of sexsomnia, initiating sex with a partner while asleep. According to researchers at the University Health Network in Toronto, in my experience working with patients, that the attitudes to researchers at the University Health Network, in my experience working with patients, the attitudes, behaviors, and things people may say during sleep sex are often very different from what they do and say when fully awake, Dr. Winter says. As a parasomnia, the phenomenon is similar to sleepwalking. You're coming partly out of deep sleep, enough that you can move and possibly talk, but your brain isn't awake enough to be fully conscious. Many people have a vague recollection of it happening during the night, or they wake up during sex, says Dr. Winter. It's possible you may have been dreaming about sex, or perhaps you went to bed with the urge. And number 7, exploding head syndrome. This sounded creepy. It's just as freaky as it sounds. All of a sudden, the person wakes up having heard a really loud noise, like an explosion, a flash of light, or a sense that their head is exploding. In reality, nothing has actually happened. It's a type of there we go again. Go get jerk, similar to feeling like you're falling. You're heading toward deep sleep, but your body hasn't achieved paralysis yet, and your senses are still turned on. So I've always had the crazy dreams where where you're about to die, like someone's about to shoot you or murder you or something, and like you wake up just before you die. I've always wondered though about the whole Freddy Krueger thing. If you die in your dreams, you die for real. That's scary, right? So I always try to wake myself up before anything like that happens. So I don't know if I ever become a hero and like stop the bullet, or become a hero and like beat up who's ever trying to get me or whatever. Oh, I don't know. So anyway, that's about all I got for you guys this week. Yeah, wow, cutting it short this week. Oh darn. Wow, I thought I had enough to fill it with. You know what? I know, and I missed more of the baseball talk. All I had for you guys was the Pirates and the Brewers. But yeah. This week the for Rangers fans, the Rangers actually did pretty good this week, huh? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Colby Lewis had 2 starts this week, one of which he lost. Was a terrible start this past week, and then one of which he won Saturday. He did actually pretty good. There's that pitcher's duel against Darvish and someone. I think that was with the Astros. I don't think he did that great against Seattle. I'm not too sure. I don't think he did that great. I know they took 2 from Seattle, I thought. And I know they took 2 from the White Sox. They lost today. Or Sunday, excuse me. They lost Sunday, excuse me. But, yeah, so I guess that's all we got. If you guys are, ready for this week, say hey, be proud, be excited. I know one thing I forgot to touch on last week was tax day came around the corner. It kind of snuck up on those who procrastinate like myself. And, oh dang, forgot to do my taxes. Uh-oh. So if you work for the IRS, don't listen to this part. So, sorry. But, yeah, if you're sitting around not doing anything, and you're just now saying, oh my gosh, I forgot to do my taxes. Hey, go do your taxes. Or if you just want to stick it to the government and not pay your taxes because you're tired of your government money going to other things, then hey, stick it to the government. But I can't promise you that they're gonna like that. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a great, wonderful, awesome, fantastic, awesome week. Hope everything goes great. Hope everything goes awesome. Have a great Monday and have a great week. Thank you for listening today, if not every other week that you've ever listened ever. And thank you for being loyal listeners. And I appreciate everything because of you guys. I get to do what I do, and that is be awesome and continue being awesome. Continue being awesome at being awesome, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what I was looking for. You guys have a great week, and I look forward to recording another show in another week. Until then, though, just always remember that a bad day is better than no day any day. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.